Hey there, my fellow Americans. Before you skip this video, I need you to pause whatever you're doing because what I'm about to share could put an extra $2,900 in your pocket this weekend. That's right, we're talking about the independence bonus that just got approved, and Chuck Schumer's latest victory is about to change the game for millions of veterans, SSI, and Social Security recipients across the nation. I know times have been tough with inflation hitting record highs, but this news might just be the breakthrough we've all been waiting for. Listen, I've been covering benefits and government programs for years now, and I've got to tell you this is unlike anything we've seen before. The energy on Capitol Hill was electric when this passed, and I'm going to break down exactly what this means for you and your family. No complicated jargon, no political spin, just straight facts about how you can get your hands on this $2,900 independence bonus that's rolling out this weekend. Now, let's dive into what just happened in Washington. Chuck Schumer, working with a bipartisan group of senators, managed to push through this historic legislation that's been in the works for months. The timing couldn't be better, with Independence Day just around the corner. This bonus isn't just about putting money in people's pockets, it's about recognizing the contributions of our veterans, seniors, and disabled Americans who've given so much to this country. Here's the deal. If you're currently receiving Social Security benefits, SSI, or veterans benefits, you could be eligible for this one-time payment of $2,900. The beautiful part: the government is fast-tracking this distribution. We're talking about direct deposits and checks hitting mailboxes as early as this weekend. But there's a catch: you need to make sure your information is up to date in the system. Let me walk you through the eligibility requirements because this is where people often get confused. First off, if you're already receiving any form of Social Security benefits, whether that's retirement, disability, or survivor's benefits, you're automatically in the system. The same goes for SSI recipients. For our veterans, if you're receiving VA benefits, you're also on the list. But here's the important part: your current address and direct deposit information need to be correct in the system. I know what some of you might be thinking: this sounds too good to be true. Trust me, I've seen my fair share of scams and false promises, but this is the real deal. I've personally gone through the legislation, talked to government officials, and verified every detail I'm sharing with you today. This isn't some random stimulus check or temporary relief. This is a dedicated bonus specifically designed to help our most vulnerable citizens during these challenging times. The story behind this bonus is actually pretty interesting. It all started when a group of senators began noticing a disturbing trend in their constituent reports. More and more seniors and veterans were falling behind on their bills, despite receiving their regular benefits. The cost of living has skyrocketed, and many people who served our country or worked their entire lives were struggling to keep up. That's when the idea for the independence bonus was born. But it wasn't an easy journey to get here. The bill faced numerous challenges and revisions. Some lawmakers wanted to make it means-tested, others wanted to reduce the amount. But Schumer and his allies stood firm, arguing that our veterans and seniors deserve this recognition and support. The final vote was a testament to what can happen when both parties come together for the American people. Now, let's talk about the timing. The government has set up a special task force to handle these payments, working around the clock to ensure everyone gets their bonus as quickly as possible. The first wave of payments is scheduled to go out this weekend, with direct deposits hitting accounts as early as Saturday morning. If you're getting your benefits by check, keep an eye on your mailbox. The physical checks will start arriving early next week. Here's something crucial that not many people know: there's a special hotline being set up specifically for questions about this bonus. I'll share that number with you in just a minute, but first, let me explain why this is so important. Unlike regular benefits, this bonus has some specific requirements about how it can be used. While there aren't strict limitations, the government is encouraging recipients to use it for essential needs like housing, utilities, medical expenses, or debt reduction. I've been getting a lot of questions about whether this bonus will affect other benefits or be subject to taxation. Good news: this payment won't impact your regular benefits at all. It's considered a special one-time payment, similar to the stimulus checks we saw during the pandemic. And even better, The legislation includes a provision making this bonus tax-free. That means the full $2,900 is yours to keep and use as needed. Let me share another story that really drives home why this bonus matters. I met Jim, a 72-year-old retired teacher who also served in Vietnam. He's been living on Social Security and a modest pension, but lately, he's had to choose between buying groceries and getting his prescription medications. When he heard about this bonus, he already knew exactly how he would use it, catching up on his medical bills and finally getting that hearing aid he's been putting off for months. The impact of this bonus goes beyond just the individual recipients. Think about it: when our seniors and veterans have more financial security, it benefits entire communities. They can support local businesses, pay their bills on time, and avoid falling into debt. It's like dropping a stone in a pond. The ripples spread out and affect everyone around them. Now, here's something interesting that's happening behind the scenes. Some credit unions and banks are stepping up to help their members access these funds even faster. They're working with the government to process the direct deposits as quickly as possible, and some are even offering special services to help members verify their eligibility and update their information if needed. Speaking of information updates, this is absolutely crucial. If you've moved in the last year or changed banks, you need to make sure your details are current in the system. For Social Security and SSI recipients, you can update your information through the My Social Security portal online. Veterans can use the va.gov website or visit their local VA office. Don't wait on this. If your information isn't correct, it could delay your bonus or even cause it to be sent to the wrong address. Let's talk about some common questions I've been getting. A lot of people want to know if they can receive this bonus if they're already getting other forms of assistance, like SNAP benefits or housing subsidies. The answer is yes. This bonus won't affect your eligibility for other programs. It's been specifically designed to complement existing benefits, not replace or interfere with them. Another frequent question is about survivors' benefits. If you're receiving benefits as a surviving spouse or dependent of a veteran or Social Security recipient, you're also eligible for this bonus. The same goes for disabled adult children who receive benefits through their parents' Social Security records. The government has made sure to include these often overlooked groups in the program. Here's something that really gets me excited about this bonus: the timing couldn't be better. With Independence Day coming up, this extra support will help many families celebrate properly for the first time in years. But more importantly, it provides a crucial financial buffer just as we're heading into the latter half of the year, when expenses tend to increase with back-to-school needs and holiday preparations. I want to address a concern that some people have raised about the program's funding. This bonus is fully funded through a combination of existing budget allocations and specific provisions in the legislation. It's not adding to the national debt or taking away from other programs. The lawmakers behind this initiative worked hard to ensure it would be financially responsible while still providing meaningful support to those who need it. Let me share a tip that could save you some time and stress. If you're eligible for this bonus, you don't need to fill out any additional applications or paperwork. The system is designed to work automatically based on existing benefit records. However, if you want to check your status or verify your information, there's a new online portal being launched specifically for this program. I'll share the link in the description below. One aspect of this bonus that doesn't get enough attention is its potential long-term impact. For many recipients, this $2,900 could be the difference between staying current on bills and falling into a cycle of debt. It could mean finally being able to afford that necessary home repair or medical procedure they've been putting off. These kinds of investments in our citizens' well-being often pay dividends far beyond the initial amount. The implementation of this bonus also includes some innovative features. For example, recipients will have access to financial counseling services to help them make the most of this payment. These services are completely voluntary and free of charge, but they can provide valuable guidance on budgeting, debt management, and investment options for those who are interested. I've been particularly impressed by how the government is handling the distribution process. They've learned from previous experiences with stimulus payments and benefit distributions, implementing new security measures to prevent fraud while ensuring quick delivery to legitimate recipients. They're even setting up mobile units to help people in rural areas access their bonus and get any assistance they might need. Here's something that might surprise you: this bonus program could actually save the government money in the long run. How? By providing this financial support now, they're helping prevent more costly interventions later. When people can afford their medications and preventive care, they're less likely to need emergency medical services. When they can maintain their homes, they're less likely to need housing assistance. It's a smart investment in our citizens' well-being. Let's talk about what you should do right now to prepare for this bonus. First, check your current benefit statements to ensure all your information is correct. Second, make sure you have online access to your accounts. This will make it easier to track your payment. Third, if you receive paper checks, make sure your mailbox is secure and that you're checking it regularly starting this weekend. I want to emphasize something important: while this bonus is significant, it's also an opportunity to think about long-term financial planning. Consider setting aside some of this money for emergencies if you can. The financial counseling services I mentioned earlier can help you develop a plan that works for your specific situation. The response to this program has been overwhelmingly positive, but there have been some concerns about scammers trying to take advantage of the situation. Remember this: no legitimate government representative will ever call you asking for personal information or fees related to this bonus. If someone contacts you claiming you need to pay to receive your bonus, it's a scam. Report it immediately to the appropriate authorities. As we wrap up, I want to remind everyone why this independence bonus matters so much. It's not just about the money, it's about recognizing and supporting the people who've contributed so much to our country. Our veterans who served with honor, our seniors who worked hard their whole lives, and our disabled citizens who face daily challenges. They all deserve this support. The next few days are going to be crucial. Keep an eye on your bank account if you're set up for direct deposit, or your mailbox if you receive paper checks. If you haven't received your bonus by the end of next week, don't panic. The distributions are being done in waves, and it might take a little longer for some recipients. Remember to like this video and hit subscribe if you want to stay updated on any developments with this bonus program. I'll be posting regular updates as more information becomes available. Drop a comment below if you have any questions. I do my best to respond to everyone and provide accurate, helpful information.